Some of you want who will sympathize with you as your leader. You are joking. You want who will be your friend as your leader. Your pastor should be your friend. Should call you to know how you're doing. Yes, there's a compassion side we exhibit. But you want to become enthroned. Sir, eagles don't train their children with pity. You want to fly and soar. They carry you at the back, take you to the top, they leave you there. Oh yeah, stretch your wing, build your, oh yeah, start flying. You go pew 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 pew. You try to fall, they come, they give you. You will think they have come to save you. No, you are not yet done. Let's go again. They move you up and leave you there. Pia, 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 pia. You're trying to. It's a sign you are not yet done. They carry you again, take you, pia, throw you, and they go about their normal business. They'll be watching you from there. When is the time for your promotion? Listen, is it during lecture or during exam? When does the lecturer keep quiet? Is it during lecture or during exam? Why is he keeping quiet in exam? You must pass this thing if you be promoted. You must pass it. That's why I can preach to you as a church. Very beautiful someone. You will like me for being so nice with my preaching. But at the end of the day, your prolonged stay in that problem, your prolonged stay in that wilderness, I'll be watching you. I can't do anything. I'll just be watching you. You think it's keypad. You think his ability to write. You think his ability to speak that makes a man. Sorry, sir. I'll tell you, there are many I know who cannot even speak English. Who their result will make you wonder, how can a man who cannot speak English like this is doing so much with his life? Talent is not enough. Courage. Courage. As a lady, you need courage. I know you're beautiful. I know you're so well shaped. Your curvy state is amazing. You're so fine. Your pointed nose. Everything is so clean. But listen, sir, or listen, madam. Esther's don't rise like that. What Mordecai do with Esther is to ruffle them. When she starts acting like a nuisance, he will say, Esther! Sir, if I catch you, move there again. Yes, sir. Sit down there. When stubbornness wants to rise in Esther, Esther! Are you mad? Have you finished the 21 books I said you should finish? Have you finished doing the fasting I said you should finish doing? When Esther wakes up and just jumps into one guy's car because the guy bought pizza, Mordecai will stand by the road and wave the car down. Esther will say, please park, that's my uncle. And he will clear, okay. You wind down car. Uncle will say to Esther, Uncle, good evening, sir. Good evening, Margie Shebawa. Esther, come out of this car. Say, Uncle, it's not what you think. I don't know. I don't care what I think, what you think, what them think, what even this guy. Come. He says, sir, it's not, I was just giving a lift. May Amadio had lift you. Come out of this car. And other ladies who were watching us will be wondering, what kind of uncle is that ties you, restricts you? No, they were restricting her. The Bible said that where there's no vision, people cast off restraint. When we know you have a future, we restrain you. When we see you don't have a future, we allow you to behave the way you want to behave. Go where you want to go. Do what you want to do with your life. After 50 years, you come back and tell me how far. That's how it works here. My name is Dr. Prince Abah. I fear no face. I tell you the way it is and I walk away. There's a way this kingdom, there's a way God put things here for men's lifting. It doesn't happen the way you think. There is a pattern for men's rising. You're not serious. Some of you, I give you a little test. See me 8 a.m. When are you going to be here? Okay, see me by 5 in the evening. And you think I forgot? I didn't forget. I can never forget. That's what you know. Nothing passes this mind that I forget. Nothing. and I will hold it. And you know the nature, the me, what something most of you don't know about me, I will not call you. I'll keep quiet. I'll keep quiet. I won't say anything. In your mind, you feel like you are living your life. I'm watching to see where it will take you to. Apostle Johnson Suleiman told a story of how he said he was running one day. He said, some of you, the way you follow here. He said, no wonder, yes, you are still marking time. You have not evolved. You have not transitioned. He said, him who is this apostle that everybody in the world knows. He has gone to nations, shut down stadium. He said he still follows a father. His father in the Lord is Papa Deboye. That Papa Deboye that you few people feel like, oh, very meek, humble. Not when he's raising a man. Very meek, quiet, gentle. Oh my God. When he comes to the altar, he just kneels down. We give you all the glory. We give you honor. When he finishes, Father, we thank you. You are the greatest. You are higher than the highest. Greater than the greatest. No person who came here will live the same way they came. In Jesus' name, we have prayed. Stand up. Well, let somebody shout hallelujah. And in your mind, like, hey, see, great man, so meek, so humble. He can even hold a fly. Sir, you are joking. To pilot that kind of work, you are joking. To think it is well. Let somebody shout hallelujah. To lead such a ministry with such army of people, you have sons under you. You have justices under you. You have presidents under you. You have governors under you. To lead such a mandate. No, sir, you are a rough man. You are not a normal human being. You are the one in the crowd deceiving yourself. You are not a normal man. That man is not normal. So Apostle Suleiman said he went to go and give him a seed. He carried too much of money. He said mega money. A seed I've never given all my life. You can imagine what that means. He said, and he told me to appear by so and so time. I moved. Beat traffic of Lagos. You know how I landed the airport? I was moving with speed. And got to, he said, when traffic was even high and hot, he said, yeah. He said there was a time he left the car, left convoy, entered a ride, Okada, just to meet up with the father. Then he finally navigated his way, got there. And he was happy, okay, he got on time. When he got inside the redemption camp, he saw Baba walking, taking a stroll. Then he went to him and said, Daddy, good evening, sir. So he just looked at him and continued walking. He didn't smile, I just looked at him. Continued walking. Then he was following him behind. From a distance, following from a distance, behind. Because you don't understand what is going on, you just have to be careful. Following behind. Then the man entered his office and shut his door. PA met him and said, Daddy's not seeing anybody right now. He said, yes. He asked me to come. I told him I had a seed. So I have my seed here with me. He said, drop it this way. He said he dropped it and knelt down there and said, thank you, sir, for receiving my seed. Thank you, sir. And turned, went back to the airport and flew back to his base. Some of you, imagine, I gathered seed. How much did you gather? 10,000. I gathered seed. How much did you gather? At most 50,000. And I came to see Pastor. So Pastor to empty oil on my head. He just said, drop it there, and walked away. You know what God is testing? Your character. Your character. Are you like Elisha, who they will tell, go back? Are you like Oprah, who now will say, go back, and she will gladly go back? It's your character they're testing. Are you like Elisha? Every other person will say, your master is about to go back. You say, I know, hold your peace. I'm focused on something. He said, anytime we go for meeting at redemption camp, he said, sometimes the meeting is slated for 8 o'clock. He said, before the 8 o'clock meeting, we are there 5 praying. We'll pray till 8. How you know Baba has come is when you hear his is it tambourine or whatever. As he's shaking it, you know he has come. Then he will preach and talk and talk and talk. When he finished talking, he will leave. He was talking from morning till night. The meeting will finish around 9 o'clock. Nobody will move an inch. We're not talking about children, we're talking about billionaires. You know Apostle Suleiman. You know Isaiah Abah. You know all the sons of this. Oh, you about them. Billionaires. They will stay there. 9 p.m. the meeting finishes. He will leave. He said the only time you are permitted to go is when Baba shows up again. And sometimes he will show up by 12 in the night. He will show up and say to everybody, well, let somebody shout hallelujah. I'll see you tomorrow. God bless you. He will turn and go. Bishop Oyedepo will sit down. Apostle Suleiman will sit down. Bishop Oyedepo, with all his billions and all his influence around the world, should not have a father by now. You should not. You know why I'm sounding this way now? This generation have refused to be fathered. This generation, you have refused to be fathered. Once you know how to snap selfie, and you can post it on Facebook and write 1 or 2 things and have 5 comments or 6, you assume you are successful. You are in a crisis. You are in a big crisis. Your generation is in a big crisis. That's why this generation can't move mountains. They can't move no mountain. Things, ants are moving them. Ant hills are moving them. I'm not saying mountains. You can't even move an ant hill. Can't submit. Can't follow. And you just go round one wilderness for 40 years. Whereas the journey is 40 days. Can't follow mentorship. I know your deficiencies. I know your shortcomings. No matter how you hide it, I have the drug to it. I have the solution to it. Still, many times you see the person and all you just say in your heart is, so unfortunate. I could help this girl. I could help this guy. But this inferiority complex, I can remove it. This timidity, I can remove it. Are we still together here? Are you learning something here? Am I making sense here? Oh, clap if you have to clap. Clap, 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 clap. Courage is one thing that you need a man to build in you. You see, God, he will tell Joshua, be strong, be very courageous. But watch the pattern. How did Joshua conduct it following Moses? He sees Moses dividing the Red Sea. Okay. He sees Moses bringing water from them. Others were just consuming. But Joshua was not following as a consumer. He was following as someone who is going to replicate and reproduce the same acts. I hope you know Jesus fed 5,000 people with 5,000 loaves of bread and fishes. How many of them walked on water like Peter? How many of them raised the dead? Their shadows raised the dead like Peter. How many of them healed the sick like James and the rest of them? How many of them caused the cripple to rise? But they ate Jesus' bread. They sat in Jesus' meeting. Yes, you can attend the meeting of a man, but that is not how you will be trained. You can be inspired in a meeting. You will not be trained in a meeting. To be trained, you need a relationship. It's not attending service that is the thing. You attend service for inspiration and for all that. For revelation. That's what service does. But when it comes to training, where we instill the software, courage, audacity, faith. No, that one you will follow a man ruthlessly. They will give you targets. And they'll be watching to see what you do. They will give you some assignments and they will sit back to watch and see what you do. But those tests, those trainings are not just for church purposes alone. Those trainings are for your life endeavors. They are trainings you are going to take with you to your business. You take them with you to your career. You take them with you to your family, to every sphere. How many of those men raised the dead? But watch Peter, who saw when Jesus was walking on top of water. He said, Master, if it is you, bid me to come. He said, I am, come. He's got up and began to walk on water too. The multitude couldn't have done that because Jesus never walked on water around the multitude. He never did. Do you know my time is up and I've been on just this one? Number 19, decision to forgive your offenders. Very important this year. Mark people who you think, I will never forgive this person. This person dies in my heart. No, listen. The thing about unforgiveness is that unforgiveness is the poison you take expecting another person to die. Unforgiveness, when somebody hurts you, offends you, listen. You may choose not to relate with people who are toxic, people who have the capacity to always hurt you, offend you, betray you, people who just do things against you. But one thing you owe them and you owe yourself is forgiveness. Just forgive. You forgive people not for their good, you forgive for your own good. Unforgiveness is a life drainer, is a life sinker. Can make you literally a bitter person. Is a prison. So decide this year, who are the people in your life or people that last year abused you, misused you, harmed you and all that. For the better version of you, let them go. What I mean by that is let go of the offense. Let go of the offense. Forgive men their trespasses as your Father in heaven also forgive you your trespasses. It's scriptural. So forgive people. Forgiveness is one of the gifts you can give people. Forgive them. But one thing you can choose not to do is to relate with them. You don't go to hell for not relating with people, but you can go to hell for not forgiving people. Forgiveness is an obligation you owe man, but relationship is a choice you make. Relationship is a decision. You decide who and who you must relate with. For instance, me, I have my template for choosing who to relate to. I have my template. And every day of my life, I keep reenacting, reactivating, I review my template. What are the conditions people must meet to be at the gate level of my life? What are the conditions people must meet to be at the compound level of my life? What are the conditions people must meet to be at the veranda level of my life? What are the conditions to get them to the parlor level of my life? What are the conditions to get them to the room level of my life? Are you seeing that there are different levels? That people are people doesn't mean you should admit every people into your inner circle. No. There are people who don't have value for value. Once they meet value, it's in their nature to disgrace, degrade, devalue value. They don't have the capacity to sustain value. And that doesn't make them bad people necessarily. It just means that these people don't yet have the culture that can relate with greatness and service greatness and value greatness and draw from greatness. In one of the series, I think one of the part of this message, I was talking about how, one of the decisions to make this year is a decision to relate with your pastor or decision to honor. What was it? How did I put it again? How did I say it? Where is it? Number what is that? I need to, okay, decision to have and submit under a pastor/mentor and honor him. There are people who don't have that capacity. It shocks me that Jesus pastored Judas, the best pastor in the world, and Judas never really submitted. See how it ended. You can be pastored by the greatest pastor in the world, but if you don't follow him well, you cannot draw from him. I remember teaching that point, and I said one of the things you must master this year is master how to receive your pastor. Master it. Master how to receive your pastor and how to receive from your pastor is a skill. It is such a shock to see that you can carry so much, you can possess so much of love, so much of heart, so much of virtue, so much of wisdom, so much of grace, and people can be around you and never embody what you carry. What is the reason for that? They have not mastered how to receive. They have not mastered how to receive that man. They have not mastered how to receive from that man. So you can hang around the fountain and be lacking. So I said that to say this. You must learn this year to know people to forgive. In fact, for me now, forgiveness, I give it in advance. Forgiveness is one of the best gifts you can give. I give it in advance. Even before you do me wrong, I'm forgiving you. But the thing is that I will study your value system, and I'm very good at doing it. I can study you in 1 minute like this and draw my conclusion about it. I can study you so closely. Even when you think I will study you. Study whether you're a pretender, study whether you're a false person, study whether you're inconsistent. I will study you. Once I study you, I love you. I will never hate you as far as this life is concerned. I owe no man hatred. I owe every man love. But one thing I would do is determine where you can get to. Because every man is hot on the account of how much he carries people around him. And every man is also happy to the extent he carries people around him. If you see yourself always entering circles of hot, check the space you have allowed people enter in your life. Check the space. Check the space you allow people. And this year, vow that you will not deal with heartbreak and hurt and blah, blah, blah. Forgive people who hurt you before, but make new decisions this year about relationships, so that you don't always find yourself in this problem with this person, that problem. Anything that will bring you into a place where you will have issues with people this year, please avoid it. Avoid it. Love people, but be very decisive about your relating with people. Choose who you relate with this year. Forgive people. Forgiveness is what we owe people. People will trespass, people will do wrong, but forgive them, and much more forgive them even in advance. For time's sake. Number 20, decision not to procrastinate. What is procrastination? It's putting off something you can do today for tomorrow. Procrastination is putting off something you can do today for tomorrow. You know, when you're in the habit of always saying, tomorrow I will do this, tomorrow I will do that, tomorrow I will do this, you notice you never do it. And procrastination, like I've always said, is the grave where opportunities are buried. Whatever you can do today, you push for tomorrow, you may hardly do tomorrow. When you have an opportunity to do something that would improve your life, maybe to develop yourself, to grow, maybe to build yourself, maybe you have an opportunity to sharpen your skills, maybe you have opportunity to relate with somebody, maybe your pastor, maybe somebody in your life who brings value, please do everything you can do to make sure you don't procrastinate. You have an opportunity to extend a hand to somebody, a hand of fellowship, a hand of kindness to somebody. When you can do that, please make sure you do that before it's too late. There are some people that would have lived if only they were given a little support. Some people have died because they were ignored. There are some people today who would have been maybe graduates and they would have been working in very, very good company, but because somebody procrastinated giving a hand when they could give a hand to that person to earn scholarship. There's some people who would have acquired some skills and they would have been doing well, profitably in some businesses today, in one business or the other. But because they procrastinated taking that training, there was an opportunity for you to get a training that will help you acquire a certain skill. And from there, you can build yourself and start this business. They forwent that opportunity. They gave up on that opportunity because of the practice of procrastination. And the implication of that is that that opportunity has eluded them the opportunity of success. That act of procrastination has eluded them the opportunity of success. And many are living in regret today. Listen to me. There are many who are living in regret today on account of putting things off. Putting things off. And you don't know that you are creating a habit that is negative most times. Most times you are not conscious. Listen, the reason people become too difficult to change at a certain level of their life is because they were doing some things little by little at very little places and they thought it didn't matter until those things moved into habits, and those things have moved from becoming habit to becoming character, and today it is now a fixed way of life that they can't change from it. Let me give you an example. If you see a person who always procrastinates taking care of little details around him. Like maybe waking up in the morning and you know you have 1 hour before you go out. You have woken up. You can use that 1 hour to maybe sweep your room. You can use that 1 hour to clean your restroom. You can use that 1 hour to fix your bed. You can use that 1 hour to iron your clothes. If you know you have such time and you can do 1 or 2 things before you leave the house, and you are in the habit of saying, when I come back, I will do it. When I come back, I will do it. Well, you are already building a lifestyle. Little but surely you would get to a place where it will be difficult for you to do things when you should do them. You will carry that same lifestyle to everything you do. You will carry it to relationships. This is the reason most times you give somebody an appointment, the person misses it. You don't know why. The person has been building a habit of procrastination. So you give somebody an appointment, see me at 5 p.m. And who gave you the appointment? Not a small person, not a nobody, not an ordinary person. But because you live an ordinary life, anything around you looks ordinary. Have you noticed why great people sometimes keep a very big wall around them? Why they wall their house, wall their life so big? They are driving a car, it's tinted, they put police everywhere. Not because they are trying to show you how big they become. They are trying to protect themselves from ordinary people. Because ordinary people are in the habit of reducing things to their level. Sometimes you doubt yourself as a great man. Is this not me? Is it not me that when I go to America, people are standing on the queue to see me? It's not me when I'm in South Africa. Everybody's looking for how to come and have a handshake. Is it me or another person who is here? Then you land around the territory and find out that people have the boldness, like people can have the boldness to see your car and miss it. Meanwhile, somebody who is trusting God to become a minister of the Federal Republic of his country is booking an appointment with you and is ready to keep your appointment 5 minutes before the time. It is called the ordinary syndrome. The ordinary people syndrome. They reduce everything to their level. One way you value a person, let me tell you this. This is how I rate people's value. I rate people's value by how they treat other people. When greatness stands before you, I watch what you do around it. I can tell this person is a great person. Kings know kings. Even if you look like a slave now, you have the capacity to receive a king. You have the capacity to entreat greatness. It's a clue you are a great person. You know, the Bible says when Mary came to see Elizabeth, on meeting her, the baby in her womb leaped. That baby knew who Mary was. That baby knew this is the mother of Jesus, the one I'm going to come before and forerun his ministry. Even why the baby was a baby, how did he know? Mary had just gotten pregnant, but Elizabeth is already pregnant. 6 months gone. Mary is just few days gone. And a baby 6 months in the womb saw the mother of the guy he's going to come and forerun his ministry and began to jump. Here he comes, here he comes, here he comes. There are people who you stand before, nothing will leap in them. Even when you carry everything that can make people fly, not just sleep, fly. Nothing will leap in them. That's how you conclude on people. And that's how I conclude on people. I don't know about you. That's how I conclude. Once I just see that, until that thing changes, there's nothing you're telling me about this person that will make me believe this person has a plan. Nothing. Nothing. That's why Apostle Suleiman is great. By just seeing how a great man attends to instruction. See me in Lagos 2 p.m. By seeing how he will run, go and lie down. By seeing how he will even be thankful for a person who didn't say anything to him and still go back and be fulfilled. You will know why he's now the kind of person he is. Sometimes you see me and you see the leader, pastor. Oh, wait until you see me in the presence of great men. You will know I'm a servant, I'm a boy. You're like, hey, pastor, hey, you know I'm a boy. Last year, President Tinubu was in his country, was in his state in Lagos, and some governors went to go and pay homage to him. And the governor of Lagos State, of Plateau State, went to pay homage, and they captured him on camera where he knelt down and was talking to the president. And president was sitting on his chair relaxed. The governor was leaning down. Social media went on fire. How can a governor kneel down for a president? This is this psychopath. That. You will never see me talk like that. I said the reason you are where you are is because this is what you have refused to learn. You think it is skill. You think it is talent that lifts men. You don't know the secret behind his lifting. That's the kind of man I want to relate with. That governor understands value. Call him hypocrite, call him sycophant. He's a wise man. With all his power, he carries his leg, kneels down for the president to greet him. That's a wise man. Yes, you are governor of your state. You have your own people. It doesn't mean you should not be under somebody. This one is the president of the country, including your state. Wisdom is far from people. When I appear before my Father in the Lord, he gives me a hand. Sir, why should I shake you? Am I your mate? As he's giving me a hand, I'm going down. Lie. It's either I go like this, he will touch my back, or I lie down or kneel down. I've never given my Father a seat standing. Am I crazy? Where's your humility? Am I crazy? Your generation calls it stupidity. But God says people like that inherit the earth. Meek people inherit the earth. I went to pick a certain bishop, a father of faith in this country. That was the year 2016. I was doing a mega conference in the city. And I went to pick him. Went with solid jeeps, Prados, Hilux escorts, security, everything. Clean SUVs, Prados, like about 5. And then we got down to Enugu to pick him up. When we got there, he came out. I went flat. The pictures are still there. Went flat on the ground. He came, went down, touched me, blessed me, and I got up. And we got into the vehicles and began to come. When I posted the pictures on Facebook, a certain guy, some people started typing. You know, there are guys who are comment gladiators, comment warrior. When they give you comment, let me tell you, sometimes I take fun. I find fun reading comments than the main post. I just see a main post, I just read the title of the post, I go to the comments. You will see human wonders. You see that there are commentators in this country. They are just waiting for your post to come. There are some people don't comment on my post because they fear me. Come and try now. You receive block. Nobody's even going to read your comment twice. Piam, you're out. You see comment. These guys came on my You know what they were saying? He said, Pastor, are you a Yoruba man? It's only Yoruba people who lie down. Igbos don't lie for anybody. I said, no wonder we are not leading anything in this country. No wonder. No wonder. The ones who are lying down for people, see them. And we're original Jews. The Jews don't bow to anybody. Igbos don't bow. All the part of this country where people bow to people, lie for people. Can't you see how great they are? See the Ido Mama who can lie down for Bishop Oedebo, Dr. Enenche. Are you not seeing where he is? See the Rivers man who can lie down for Bishop Oedebo to climb on him. Are you not seeing Pastor Ibiomi? See the Auchi man who can lie down for Baba Debo. Are you not seeing where he is? They see our Igbo ministers who are president and founder without a father. See where they are. See our Igbo sons who have Rema. Pastor is preaching. They are checking to know whether they are checking to know whether he has phonesis, whether he has Rema. See where they are. Papa Omopai did his birthday, 80th birthday. I looked at the seats where dignitaries were sitting. Maybe it is me that is making a mistake based on the fact I was not there. But at least the one I saw on camera, I didn't see one Igbo man there. Not one Igbo minister there. I don't know that I saw Bishop Michael Kongo. I don't know. But I saw him there. But they patriarch like Omar. Lion of the East. The governor of Uyo came in for the meeting, the birthday. He went bowed to Omar like this. Papa Adebo was sitting beside Omar. The governor went, knelt down. I said he didn't stand, as he said, he knelt down. Papa Adeboye did not stand. The governor knelt down with his two legs, held his two hands, put his two hands on his laps and put his head on him like this. The governor of that state. And I said, this generation is still, you are looking at all this and still think it is your social media skills, your ability to post. You think that is what is responsible for people's greatness. Look at the thing here. Learn this thing. Learn this thing. It doesn't reduce you, it increases you. Learn this thing. Learn it. Intentionally. Learn it. This year, learn it.